John Abraham, sir, आ जाइए स्टेज पर. John, come. Sharvari, the golden girl these days, who can't put a foot wrong. और हम सबके शाहिद है अभिषेक बैनर्जी, सर आ जाइए स्टेज पर. Can I get the mics also, please? इस तरफ है? Yes. I'd now like to call the producers on stage. Z Studios, MA Entertainment and JA Entertainment. The CBO of Z Studios and Z Music, Mr. Umesh Bansal, sir, can we have you on stage? And from MA Entertainment, Monisha Advani and Madhu Bhojwani. Can we have a big round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen? And can you pass on the mics to them as they walk in? Yes. Is that the only one? Okay, let me just get some more.
And can we get the CEO of JA Entertainment, Meenakshi Das, also on stage?
Just give them all the mics. This is another very proud moment. I've known her for such a long time. So proud of you, Meenakshi. Big round of applause for her as well. Well, sir, we'll start with you. This is action-packed, power-packed. You've been seeing it a million times in your edit studio. जब लोगों के साथ देखते हो और जो सीटियां सही वक्त पर चलने लग जाती है, how are you feeling looking at it?
अरे सब लोग तो मेरे ही है यार. सारे मतलब the main thing is 15th August को जब that's when we'll go out to the theaters and cinema halls, and then hopefully that we'll not be able to hear the dialogues, which are very very good by the way.
Absolutely, but this combination between you and John sir is always fantastic. And like I say, कई बार believable नहीं लगता है कुछ चीजें जब हम बड़े पर्दे पर देखते हैं. आप दोनों की जो chemistry है for action इतना believable लगता है. It's not the first time. कई बार हो चुका है. We've seen it on big screen also. What is this magic and how does this always happen?
Because I think when John hits something, it looks as if it's going to break, right? So I mean, Salim Saab told us that told me one day, Salim Saab said that they created Amitabh Bachchan, right? Salim and Javed, they created Amitabh Bachchan, and nowadays आजकल के जो हीरो है, जब वो लोग गन पकड़ते हैं उनको आप कहना चाहते हो बेटा रख दो चल जाएगी, right? With John, it looks as if it's a part of his hand, right? And so it's like, I mean, it's very, the important thing is how do we keep challenging him? How do you make it more difficult for him? How do you keep making it more and more difficult for him to do something which is like, which is not done before? So yeah.
But John, you're just way beyond just the physicality of it. मुझे याद है कि हम लोग कई बार इसके ऊपर डिस्कशन कर चुके हैं. अब बॉडी है तो है, but you've gone way beyond that in the last many years. और बॉक्स ऑफिस पर चाहे सत्यमेव जयते हो, चाहे बाटला हाउस हो, वो भी चल जाती. You've learned how to use this beautiful physicality and it doesn't overpower the screen with that. वो है अब bicep तो है, लेकिन power pack भी बहुत performance हो जाती है. Is there also that special understanding between निखिल जब आप फिल्में बनाती हो उनके साथ भी? You know how not to showcase. अभी six pack नहीं दिखाना है, वो जमाना जा चुका है. आप सब कुछ दिखा चुके हो. So the next part of it, moving forward, which is true.
सब कुछ दिखा दिया है.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah.
But moving forward also, this now looks so real. We love watching it. तभी सीटियां actually निकल जाती हैं. So is there that special understanding also when you're making action cinema with him?
Yeah, I think first of all, thank you for having us here, and thank you for coming here. I've come on stage, I think, after 2 or 3 years. So I'm a little awkward and I'm a little rough on the edges. So, yeah, with Nikhil, it's he just has to walk up to me and he's about to give me a brief, and I say, yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, okay. So it's a mental connection that two of us have, and I always say this, and I don't know whether I'm politically correct in saying this. कि आप फिल्म को जितना भी मार्केट करो कुछ फायदा नहीं अगर फिल्म खराब है. You can market it till the cows come home. I think Vedaa is a damn good film, and I'm saying this on record. It's a very, very good film, and we'll see on August 15th with the word of mouth as to what Vedaa does.
ये word of mouth शब्द actually आजकल बहुत powerful हो चुका है. यहाँ स्टेज पर कुछ लोग ऐसे खड़े हैं जिसके बारे में ये बहुत easily जानते हैं. I'm going to come to her also. She's understood what this word of mouth is. 100 crores so ऐसे हो जाता है. But Umesh, Z Studios had a very successful run. But you know, whenever you look at what film should we choose, ऐसा होता है कि यार इस फिल्म में कुछ एक्स्ट्रा है. Like John has seen this, dubbing में भी देख लिया है. लेकिन जब लोगों के साथ देखते हो तो ऐसा लगता है कि okay, Vedaa has something extra. ऐसा आपके साथ भी हुआ था? How did you choose this?
With this bunch of great makers, with this cast and the story that we have, how could we say no? I think when you watch the movie and you guys have seen the trailer, it's a very powerful film. And with this one, we definitely think we will punch this out of the market.
Did you chat with a lot of people to say यार मेरा तो एकदम perfect आया है इसके, you know, looking at this you feel my instinct is perfect.
Yes.
But then you do second guess your own instinct also with your close ones also when you're watching it.
So I think the audience is finally who will give us the verdict. We are leaving it to them. We are very happy with the product, and like John said, kitna bhi marketing kar lo, ultimately the content speaks, and that it is.
The word of mouth शब्द जो था, Sharvari knows all about it. I remember Munjia के time में there was a little bit of stress. She was in my studio. Salil, it should work. It should work. ऐसा चल गया. Can you please tell us what you're eating? या what is the mantra जाप that you're doing? एक महीने से सिर्फ आपको ही आपको देखते जा रहे हैं. Big round of applause for her also. She just burst onto the scene in a very short time. और हर एक एक्टर ये समझता है जब आपकी पहली फिल्म आती है और जो शायद ऐसा ना करे जैसे आप चाहते हो और उसके बाद एक गैप हो जाता है, फिर धड़ाधड़ जब आने लग जाती हैं, you're just saying, wow, this is like Sachin Tendulkar hitting 50 and 50 and hundreds. So congratulations. But this is again a very different avatar. You know, the assumption would be कि आप एक टाइप का ऐसा रोल पकड़ेंगे और बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो जो आपने रूल बुक को बाहर फेंक दी है इसके बारे में जरूर बताएं.
My heart is pounding a little bit.
Now you should be used to it.
I'm also seeing this trailer in the theater with so many people and this kind of sound effects for the first time. So my heart is pounding. That's you guys hear my heart. But I'm just grateful actually at this point for everything that has happened so far. Like you said, of course, my journey has not been you know that your first film comes and then it doesn't work the way you wanted it to work. It's been a 3-year gap, like you said, so it's been a while. But a film like Vedaa, I just want to say thank you to Nikhil sir, the main person, the first person who's given me this film. And I just want to say thank you because this film has not, I think I found confidence in myself when I was on this set. I have found confidence when he gave me this film because for an actor like me, it's important for a director like Nikhil sir to just believe in me. Forget the end product, forget what happens, etc. But the fact that he put his faith in me, that just means the whole world to me because that has changed everything for me. You know, it has made me a different person. It has made me a different actor. And thank you, Nikhil sir.
I can genuinely feel the gratitude coming out right now, and I can see their relief also. I can also feel tears behind you. This is fantastic. You've done it. You've made it. This is brilliant. I know the wait can be really long. So congratulations. You deserve all the success.
Thank you
really
so much to everyone also. Thank you so much.
Monisha, congratulations. Wow, you know, you come out and you see the films and you say, okay, we've chosen topics. and we don't actually know anymore what works. You know, I mean, even John himself as a producer has always been so brave. You know, he could have done so many things that was so run of the mill over the years. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं किया उन्होंने भी. You know, something like this, sensitive films, you say, yes, this is an interesting topic to pick up. But then, how's your choice when you go back home and think about it 5 times? Should we make this? Should we not? क्या ये पैसा बनाएंगे? क्योंकि producers को तो इसके बारे में सोचना पड़ता है. Actor तो will give his best, but the producers want the best to translate is equal to money. So इसमें, how's that process?
Thanks, Arun. Firstly, thank you everyone for being over here, and I hope you like the trailer that we had for you. Thank you. What you're seeing is a relief on a lot of faces over here, because I think some of you may be aware of the journey we had after making the film and bringing it to this point. I want to say, answer your question about the choices, and I have to be very honest. I said no. When Nikhil shared this script with me in the middle of the pandemic and said, Manisha, this is the film I want to make. And we were on a Zoom call, and I said, no, Nikhil, it's such a strong subject. Do you think we can make this? And he says, this is the film I want to make. So I want to say this, yes, he is my younger brother, and so you will say this is the sister in me, but this is the producer, and he's saying, hats off to this guy. You're never going to hear this again from me, so enjoy it. It's his 10th film. A lot of people have an impression about Nikhil that he works like a madman. He does. He is a madman. But hats off to you, Nick. And so I have to say, firstly, Nikhil and our partner Madhu for fighting me on this and saying we're going to make this film.
She convinced you to call back after the Zoom call ended.
Completely.
Achha.
He called her directly and said, you know what, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So it works very well when you're 3 partners. But guess what? We have a 4th partner in this. And that's that guy standing at the end over there. You've talked about his muscles. Trust me, his brains work faster.
Oh, yeah.
And he turned to these two and said, "Bas, ye karna hi hai. When is Munsha going on a holiday?" Okay. And I swear, I kid you not, Z wonderfully came into place and turned around and said, "Yes, where's Monisha? She's on a holiday." So full credit for Vedaa goes to everybody on the stage. I have to say that the part I've played is really small in this one. But I think the part that the public, the audience, our well-wishers are going to play is going to make a big difference, because it is a very important film. We've tried to make an entertaining film. You could see that. I mean, there's great action. What a team we have. Malay, who's done such an incredible job with the camera. He has an ACES team. I have to say this about Amin Bhai. Amin Bhai, foreign action directors, ek taraf, aap is taraf. I have to say this man has been with us, and every credit that we have comes from him. The team is a lot larger. I mean, there's many names that I'm not going to take over here, but I thought of these two because when I look at this, I think about the fact that what their teams have done to create this magic, Sari. So there you go. This is what we back. We back these guys.
Fantastic. Couldn't have said it better. But I have to add the lady standing right next to you, who I feel now, after this discussion, became one of the most important reasons why this project actually happened, Madhu. So you actually, like I said, when you talk about difficult subjects भारत में, है ना, कास्ट के ऊपर अगर बात होती है, आर्टिकल 15 की अगर बात होती है, संविधान की अगर बात होती है, दिस इज चलो इससे थोड़ा दूर रह जाते हैं. Why? Because कई बार आपको सेंसर में इशू हो सकता है, लोगों का डिस्कशन हो सकता है, ये सब आता है.
हो नहीं सकता.
होता है.
होता है.
बट आप जीत गए तो कंग्रेचुलेशंस, यूए सर्टिफिकेट मिला है, ये बहुत बड़ी जीत है. एक्चुअली ये स्टेज पर लोगों का सेंसर के साथ बड़ा इशू है ही, शर्वरी का भी है, जॉन का भी है, तो बट इट इज ऑलवेज डिफिकल्ट. सो मेरा ये भी सवाल है, जब आप ये पिक्चर बना रहे होते हैं, एक तो ग्रीन लाइट होता है, उसके बाद बीच में आर यू सेइंग आर वी गोइंग लिटिल टू मच? ऑफ कोर्स देन यू हैव टू लेट इट बी कंप्लीटली निखिल, बट देन यू स्टार्ट टू सेकंड गेस, ये बहुत ज्यादा नहीं बन रहे, कुछ ज्यादा तो नहीं हो रहा है. ये सब हुआ आपके साथ में व्हेन यू वर मेकिंग?
I think we ask that question of ourselves every time. कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा है, और मैं सिर्फ बजट की नहीं बात कर रही, मैं हर एस्पेक्ट की बात कर रही हूँ. But I think Salil, the kind of stories that we tell, जो मुद्दे या जो कहानियाँ हम बताते हैं, I think that one, the women's voice is very strong in the stories that we tell at any. In fact, I think Z के साथ हमने, ये हमारी second release है Mrs. Chatterjee के बाद, and let's not forget that the population is 50% women. Not only in the world, but on this stage as well today. Before you
Absolutely.
start counting.
Yeah.
Huh? So,
Well done. Yeah.
so I think that, you know, whether it is provocative subjects, intellectually provocative, thought provocative, I think that, you know, all these things, you know, we go through a lot of deliberation, but Nikhil really knows how to pick them. And I think that our journey of MA Entertainment started with D-Day, which I think today is a hugely iconic film. And अगर वो एक trailer था, so this is what you're seeing, the culmination. You know, he just keeps upping the ante, and we walk step by step. We match him. We try to match him. And I think that, you know, this Jugalbandi, whether it is of the three of us, whether it is our relationship with John, which is, I think now this is our fourth or fifth film together, and then, you know, with Z, I think, you know, we are keepers. So I think hopefully this partnership will also pay off. But yeah, you know, we keep upping the ante.
It works. And before I come to Abhishek, there's a lady right at the end. Well, everyone who knows, if you got to come to John, you have to go through Meenakshi. That's the way it works. You know, that's the filter, and it's fantastic. Congratulations, Meenakshi.
Anyone can go to John directly. I think everyone knows that.
I love
He's
it,
the
but-
most approachable man on this planet.
And you are so in the right spot. Congratulations on this new, you know, as a co-producer. I've known you for so long. You've always been so level-headed. You've always worked in the right spaces. But I think this partnership with you and John also, the way it goes back and forth, this is fantastic. Just to be part of this also. And you've seen Vedaa from the very beginning. Just your thoughts now that you see this and it's out and just a couple of weeks now to go.
First of all, thank you so much. You've seen me from the beginning.
Absolutely.
When I came to Bombay, so that's really sweet. Veda, I think from sitting in the conference room with Nikhil, I don't know, I think it took a couple of years, if I'm correct in saying that. And the amount of work that Nikhil and John have put in at the script level. So they both of them were so clear that till the time they're not convinced with the script on like on table, on paper, they are not going to get onto the floor. So that clarity, that conviction, that amount of time, you know, that kind of investment, that's impeccable. I mean, it's amazing.
And that's the reason why you're.
I'm so lucky that, of course, I'm lucky that and I'm grateful that I have John in my life. But these guys are a bonus, and how? And I mean, I just feel that we are part of MA Entertainment also. It's one unit.
That's a lovely bonus to have, by the way. I have to say this. A lot of people ought to be in your shoes. But इस आदमी की मैं जितनी बात करूं उतनी कम है. Every time you come on screen, Abhishek, मैं बताऊं, you know, लोग पहले बोलते थे ना कि swag होना चाहिए, screen presence होना चाहिए. धीरे धीरे करते 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 करते, you know, you've made such a lovely name for yourself. Also, पहले तालियां इनके लिए भी हो जाए बॉस. जब भी लोग बोलते हैं ना कि अपने बलबूते पर अपने दम पर लोग जब बड़े हो जाते हैं, and you know, धीरे धीरे करके अच्छे performances के साथ, and now you deserve every bit of your success, brother. You are such a brilliant performer. और अभी जॉन के सामने अगर जब मारपीट भी करनी होती है, देखिए आपको मसल बनाने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती है. आप तो बेस्ट यही हो. बाकी सारे जो उनको ऐसे 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 आना पड़ता है. So congratulations on pure talent also, and what a wonderful performance. थोड़ा बहुत देखा है सिर्फ obviously, but इन पे भी काम करके और इनके साथ काम करके कैसा लगा आपको?
नहीं, आई थिंक मैं जब कॉलेज में था और मैं किसी को बोलता था कि मैं एक्टर बनूंगा तो बोलता तुम विलन बनो. मतलब वो कभी, हाँ, मतलब हमेशा से क्या
चरित्र क्या?
पता नहीं, मतलब
अच्छा.
चेहरे पे ऐसा कुछ था या क्या चरित्र की बात. तो आई थिंक उन सारे कॉलेज के दोस्तों को बोलना चाहूंगा कि मैं फाइनली विलन बन गया, और वो भी जॉन अब्राहम के ऑपोजिट. सो यू नो, आई थिंक आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी. एंड मैंने निखिल सर को ऑलमोस्ट चेस किया था. वो किसी और एक्टर से बात कर रहे थे कि यार तुमसे मिलना है. मैं घुस गया था बीच में कि सर मुझसे ही मिल लो. और फाइनली जब मैं मिला तो अरे क्या आप, मैं नाम बोल दूंगा इस एक्टर का लेकिन फाइनली मैं इनको संडे को मिला था और उन्होंने मुझे ये वेदा की स्क्रिप्ट जो है मैंने वहाँ पढ़ी, एंड आई थिंक इट इज़ वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्क्रिप्ट्स आई एवर रेड. एंड आई रियली मतलब ये मैं इसलिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं इस फिल्म में काम कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज ऑफ कास्टिंग के काम की वजह से भी बहुत सारे स्क्रिप्ट्स पढ़ता हूँ. आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी वेरी स्पेशल स्क्रिप्ट, और ये इंडिया के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, मतलब हमारे देश के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कहानी है. And I mean, and it's a privilege to work with this team and this director. I still remember this one small thing. It was a talkie scene, and Nikhil sir just came and told me that, you know, इसके बस तू action scene की तरफ देख. ये छोटा सा जो एक tip था, that changed a lot in the performance. So I'm grateful. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being there throughout this journey. And now.
Absolutely. I'm going to give out to the audience before that, but just some words with me just before I ask the audience to ask their questions. You know, you make a film and you've got like so much prep work has actually gone in there. You have to choose, and you have to be honest about this, who really surprised you. Prep work से जो कूद के बाहर आ गया. He said, "My God, man, what did they do on screen?" मैंने सोचा था अच्छा करेंगे, लेकिन ये तो कहीं ज्यादा अच्छा हो गया. If you had to choose somebody, who would that be in the film?
That would be Kshitij. Very Kshitij. Yeah.
You can turn around, brother. Let them see who you are. Yep.
He's just I mean, at face value, he's this lovely, good-looking boy. But I mean, he really was the guy who I needed to torment her, and then become like a crazy, like a crazed kind of person. And I think John and I sat and watched so many of Kavish kept sending us stuff, and John and I kept looking, and we kept saying, "Okay, John, he's good looking, right? He's good looking." So John would say, "Yeah, body bhi acha hai, yaar." But we kept looking. But I think that what I mean, there's a kind of you really hate him. You really, but you at one point in the film you want to turn and say, "Isko maar padna chahiye." Yeah, which is great. I think that's lovely.
John, do you still like beating people up on screen? Is it fun? You don't, right? You're actually not as aggressive as people say that you are.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm actually very, very soft in real life. I've
Absolutely.
Just knowledge that no one knows probably. I've never got into a fist fight in my life.
That's because people are too scared to get into a fist fight with you. That's different. It's not you. It's not them. It's you.
No, I think I'm non-confrontational. I don't like fighting. I don't think it's the best way. On screen, yeah, a little bit of pulling steering wheels out. And all that.
Yeah, literally. And you're an amazing animal lover. That's why I love you so much.
There's a lovely moment that I want to just quickly chat about. I have 2 seconds. Right?
All yours.
And I can't. Whatever we can say about John in this and his involvement in this film is less, because really at the end of the day, somebody of that stature and that kind of a star to basically come to the set and I say, "John, today you're just standing. Standing and you're watching, just stand. And he just kept doing it. I remember at one point, I think we were at the 40th or 50th day or 40th day of show, 30th day of show, something like that. And Sharvari came to me and she said that, John today said, because it was the first day of action. And John said, "Now the film starts."
50 days in. I'm going to open out to questions, please. We've got mics, I think, over there. Can we get some chairs? Yeah. ताकि सब बैठ जाए. बेटा उधर से भी ले आओ. Yes.
Just to all the cast, congratulations, Kshitij, and everybody out here, the entire cast. You're all fantastic in the film.
Everything that I do, Bharti, is inspired by something or the other, right? And he said, whether it's Mumbai Diaries,
Please have a seat.
Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway, whether it is Vedaa. Yeah, so it is, there are, I mean, it's not really one incident, but there are, and unfortunately, there are so many such incidents that one could actually read about and do some research about it. So yeah, it's heavily fictionalized, but the unfortunately the germs and the seeds of what the story is and what Vedaa actually goes through is very, very prevalent even in the country right now. Yeah. I was just stunned that nobody was having a conversation with us. Right. I was just stunned that nobody was having a conversation, because we've had a great journey, whether it was Batla, which was a tough film to make and a tough film to get through, or whether it was Mrs. Chatterjee versus with Norway, where we had done some kind of I mean, I think we have made a couple of mistakes in terms of rephrasing the Sushma Swaraj speech, and the censors really helped us, because they said, "We want you to maintain it as the external affairs minister, and you got to change this, etc., etc." We did do those kind of stuff. So really, at the end of the day, it was and my journey with D-Day also, right? I had been through examining committee and revision committee, and so I knew that, Bharti, I knew that very well, that this film was going to have a journey, right? It's just that because we knew that 15th August is such an integral part of whatever is John and my journey, right? In the sense that both Satyamev Jayate and Batla houses come on that day, and it really is we are very superstitious about it, and we think that it really can benefit the film, especially a film like this. So we really wanted to hit that, and that's why we were actually really a little surprised with nobody was having a conversation. But eventually I just have to say that I was floored by the way they approached it when they finally saw it and they understood the context in which the film had been made. They understood everything. The revising committee and the RO, they just really helped us. Today we are sitting over here, we're standing over here. We already have the censor certificate. I mean, yeah, censor cards with us. Yeah, yeah.